Right, so let's talk about area of some polygons that we've studied. If you didn't print this specific worksheet, out, obviously that's fine. You can just fill this in on any line sheet of paper. What I want you to do though is just fill in the area formula for all of these shapes. Like when I'm teaching this, normally I would just go over this, or I'd have you fill it out and then we talk about it briefly. But some of these you probably already know. But if you don't, just look them up. Feel free to draw a picture as well to go along with it, just in case you are more of a visual person. But I'm just going to go over two examples quickly. One of a triangle and one of a trapezoid, because you guys have used these area formulas before. You're in high school now, so obviously this unit isn't just going to be like, find the area of this rectangle, and then you find the area of the rectangle. The way that the questions can get a little bit more difficult is like I give you the area and then you're solving for one of the dimensions. So that's what I'm going to do an example of here for the triangle. I didn't even draw a picture, but I just gave the area 64 centimeters, and the base is 16, and then find the height. So anytime you're working out problems like these, you're just going to take what you have, you're going to plug it into the formula. So the area of a triangle is half of the base times the height. So we have everything except the height, so let's just fill it in. 64 equals half, the base is 16, times the height. So now we just need to solve for the height, or you can just even make that x if that feels better in your soul. So if I take half of 16, I get 8. Still have my 64. This is just 8h. So I divide both sides by 8. I get the height, or h, is 8 centimeters. This unit, in this unit, units are very important. So if you just said the height is 8, I'd be like, well, 8 what? Is that 8 feet, 8 miles, 8 inches? Right? 8 centimeters. That's important. We're not, I'm not grading anything right now, but I would be saying this constantly if I were teaching this about units, how important they are, and on the test you would lose points if you don't include units. So even though you're not taking a test, it's still good to be in that habit of including units in your answer. I remember in 3rd grade, my 3rd grade math teacher just saying, like, your answer is complete without units. Your answer, did I say that wrong? Your answer is incomplete without units. So, we're in high school, so it's still true. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, for the trapezoid, again, I don't have a picture, but I gave you the area, I gave you a height, I gave you a base. You have to find the other base, right? Remember, trapezoids, the bases are different lengths. If they'd be the same length, it would be a rectangle. So I'm going to take my area. Well, let's write out the formula. Area equals 1/2 of the height times base 1 plus base 2. Okay, so we are going to be solving for this guy right there. So I have the area, which is 96, equals half. The height is 8. Base 1 is 9. I'm just going to make that x. Sometimes kids start writing this, like the 2 here starts inching up, and before they know it, they're writing it as b squared. And that, of course, just messes up like their equation. So you can write it as b2, but just keep the 2 as the subscript, right? Sub means under, okay? All right, so the first thing we're going to do to solve here, I'm going to take half of 8, so I get 4, and then I have 9 plus x equals 96. Two different ways that you can solve this equation, two different directions you can go now. You can either distribute the 4 to the 9 and the x, or you can divide both sides by 4 and just cancel it out. So I'm going to do that. So you get 24 equals 9 plus x, and then after you subtract 9, you get 15 inches is your B2. So if you solved it a different way and you got 15, you're in the clear with the way that you did it. It's totally fine. If you did not get 15, check the algebra. You probably made a mistake somewhere. All right, so just make sure you fill in the other area formulas, and you should be good to go for the rest of this unit for using this as your little formula sheet. Thanks for watching, guys.